Bingo!
Hey, we did it.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. So like I said, we couldn't move that very much because it doesn't focus fast enough. Pretty cool.
So reacting for voices.
Let's find out. Hold on. Sorry, check. I don't know what it means. It's huge. I don't know where that's coming from. Must be coming from my phone. Yes. Check 1, 2. Yeah, I'm not like home. Like me. Yeah, I thought I killed you. You just oh, I know. Here's the switch. Go here. Change audio. Yeah. You want that on. There. Now. Oops. Check. Okay, that's all audio's on. Except it's still in. Check. Maybe I do. Oh, here, turn this on. Check. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, now see what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you do is you go up here. So you can get it right up. So now when I go to that, it's still be Dan or Bill who's talking. So we could have 2 cameras. Only one would be fair to the station. Cool. Yeah. The other thing you could do is once you can point it at the scoreboard.
So we can always see the updated times, who's in the qualifying.
Look, we're showing the team up here. Yes, they have cell phones. Look at them on their cell phones, everyone. Oh.
You're showing it behind the scenes.
See, I can switch to your camera. I think. Or maybe I can. I think I have to put that camera on the same line, probably. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now it's on the same line. Here's for John Eckelberg. John's on his cell phone right now. See, John, show your camera. If you have a filter on, they drop that on their sleep. It's very some shooting cameras. But I'm seeing yours is darker than mine.
Mine's a brightest gonna get.
No, I was watching. I think it's has to do with the lights in here. Maybe it's pointed out there. Difference in camera eyes too. Yeah. Well, I can switch to your camera. That is so cool. Where did I put it though? I can't find it.
What,
I know. It's down here. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, it's not on the same layer.
Well, the pre-race, we were talking to some of the drivers and how stinky the track was. So when we came out here tonight, of course,
Yeah. It was on a different layer. That's why. Back to you.
Maybe a moon out here going through.
See that light?
Right now, a heavy downpour, a quick downpour, the temperatures change, the wind picks
That was
up.
much more of a downpour than I was expecting.
What did you look forward to?
And what adjustments did you make back in the day when all of a sudden we have to go through what we are now?
Oh, you look right now, that was really muggy and the track seemed to be a little slow. You know, even also a little bit to the point of greasy. It was a little slick for the guys. Now that we've had this quick cloud burst and it's pretty much washed off all the rubber, it's definitely cooled the track down. It's going to make the track tighter and faster, so you're going to see faster speeds. Drivers are going to have to loosen up their cars just a little bit to get through the corners. Otherwise, they're going to be pointing at the center of that wall when they get through turns 1 and 3. So look for some faster speeds. You know, and with no rubber on the track, definitely going to.
That was my
quicker.
next question.
Yeah.
Is now that the rubber is off the track, especially if the late models had laid down, what kind of struggles are they going to have?
Well, it's just going to take some time to lay some rubber down on the track and possibly get it back to close to what the car was when it was at qualifying, because you've taken all the rubber off the track, you've tightened the track up, basically is what you've done. You've cooled it down, so it's going to be faster, and it's going to be tighter. And as the night goes on, when you lay the rubber down, then it'll start to loosen up a little bit.
What about drivers on the quarter mile that are using less brake, or maybe more brake and less acceleration than the late models? What kind of changes are they going to see?
Well, that's, you know, I'll be honest, I've never run the quarter mile, and they run a totally different tire than what we run.
Oh, you were just too good to run the quarter mile. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if that's what you want to use, we'll go with that. But you know, the quarter mile, probably the toughest part. You know, outside of having to almost stop to get through turns 1 and 2, their toughest part is going to be 3 and 4 and how that changes. The hobby stocks, they do have a racing tire, so they're definitely going to face some similar problems with what the late models and the sportsmen do. But with the other classes, with the high school and the street stocks, you know, they're running a street tire which should be used to wet conditions like this, so you would think they wouldn't have too many issues with it.
So again, the complexity will change as we. You know, the other thing as we look at, Billy, I was going to say the complexity is going to change. Everybody should be pretty much even in the same ballpark, though, because the 6x6 dash is done, but we've not run heat races yet, so it's not like, you know, drivers had an opportunity to run a heat race, and then it rains, and then somebody else has to go back on the track is changing. It's going to be pretty much an even keel still.
Yeah, all the way across the board, definitely. That first late model heat is going to come back out on pretty much a green track. So you know their crew chiefs and the drivers are thinking about loosening up that car just a little bit to get it through the corners.
Wonder if you can zoom.
Got a 50-50 update, $200 and still growing, folks. $200 is where the 50-50 is at. You can get them down here at the top of the grandstands or down in turn 1.
I'm using this phone.
Again, the 50-50
Valley right now.
is a little over $200 at this time. You know, the other thing is, when you look at the sportsman versus modified, obviously the tires are different between those two. Who's got the advantage on a clean track?
Well, the way the modifieds have been running, and Dave Edwards figured this one out pretty quick in about 2 weeks, is running that upper groove to try and keep the speeds down, stay underneath that 22-second mark. When it comes to this track, the green track, he's probably going to face the same problems the late model is. It's going to be a little tight until they start laying some rubber down. Now, they're not going the speeds they want to. I mean, because that car obviously could go a lot faster than he wants to. So, in his case, he's also slowed down to the point where he probably doesn't need to make too many changes to his car.
You know, the last time we had a rain delay, I heard from a lot of different.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. So just be you, not anybody else. Rolling. Go ahead and roll. Yeah. Roll. And we're back in 3 2 1. Welcome back, race fans. As you can see, we've got a whole, well, we just had a strike of lightning there, but we got a whole lot of folks with their cars out on the track as we're trying to get things dried off. Chuck Deary, the track manager, said every car out there, let's get them on the track, let's get this thing. This is how they dry it off. It's the friction from the tires that will dry the track, and it usually takes about 45 minutes to dry the track. So I wanted you to have a chance to see this. If this isn't something that you've seen before, they're just going to roll cars around there. You can even see somebody's car right off the street out there. but pretty much every vehicle, every car that's on the inside there is in some way riding around the track, trying to dry it down. Getting some friction going, some friction happening. And it looks like they tell me we're getting a little more rain here right now. I think there's another band of weather coming through, so we might see a second one. But lucky for you, you don't have to watch the rain part. We'll just show you what it looks like as they dry things off, and then we'll come back in just a little bit, and hopefully we'll have some racing yet to go tonight. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back with Knights of Thunder in just a bit. Stop camera.
Bill just checked it.
No,
It's unconfirmed.
Oh, unconfirmed. Okay. I didn't say anything about it.
I thought I heard that on the radio like a few minutes ago, but I thought I wasn't sure. So
Okay, I didn't say anything.
yeah, so Bill went over to the race control and checked with them. So
Okay.
Looks like we got more rain back west.
Do we?
Yeah, but it's far away.
We can turn these guys back.
Hey, have those little kids gone down and got their ticket at JLO Collectibles yet?
That's what I was saying. You go down and get a free ticket, courtesy of Leapsh Racing. Jamie is going to be giving away 3 prizes tonight. And as soon as he's ready, we're going to get the tickets up here. We'll read off the ticket numbers. You get to go down and get your prize.
Do you have to be a kid?
No.
You can be an overgrown kid. Like that John Reinert's kid.
Just a reminder, race fans, no smoking in the grandstands. Wisconsin state law. We are classified as a stadium. Don't mind if you smoke, but we want you to do so behind the grassy area, behind the grandstands in the grassy area. Help your neighbors out. No smoking in the grandstands. And just because it rained doesn't mean that Buck Night is done. Not even close.
Concessions are still open. That means Buck Night is still rolling along. We'll have to go to Quick Trip and get more beer if you drink us out of it.
Just save one measly tall boy. Again, double features coming up for the late models next week. And can't even believe we're going to say this, Bill, that the last night of weekly racing is next weekend already.
It's it's amazing. It seems like we just got started about a month ago.
It does.
It went by really fast. So, and we've had a really good season. We've had lots of feature winners. Nobody's won more than 3 features, I do believe. So, 2 or 3 features in the late model class. The sportsman class for the rule changes have created some really close racing.
Talking about rules, that
Yes.
reminds me. Lacrosse Speedway has just posted the rules for the 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder 200-lap Enduro, which is coming up here in about 3 weeks. They just posted the rules online. I want to say that was like Wednesday or Thursday. So if you're interested in running the 200-lap 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder Enduro, check out the Lacrosse Speedway website, lacrossespeedway.com. You can also find them on Facebook at Lacrosse Speedway. We had over 90 entries in the Enduro last year.
Wow. That's amazing. Hey, we'd also like to remind you next Friday night is another edition of Street Drags here at the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Over 15 different brackets. You can bring a minivan, you can bring a motorcycle,
Hot rod.
We
Quad.
don't have a moped bracket yet.
Bring a quad runner if
Yep.
you want to.
Gates open at 6:30, I believe it is.
Gates someone at 6 and street drags start. Well, grudge racing
Grudge
starts
racing is 6:45.
about 6:45, and
First
then
bracket at 7:30.
we get everything going at 7:30.
We'd like to welcome those watching on the stream. Killing some time here, so we're streaming with you, showing you the track drag efforts going on here. Hoping to entice you to come on out to the Speedway for Buck Night tonight.
Did you return your Oktoberfest Campers Village form yet?
I gave mine to Jeff Garber's on the front stretch tonight because I forgot I had it in my bag. So, yes, I have returned mine.
Friendly reminder, folks, you've got a couple of weeks to get your Camper Village forms back into the La Crosse Speedway office. And that quashes one of the biggest rumors I've heard this year. Yes, we are racing Oktoberfest. Tell your friends, your family, your race fans, your drivers, don't listen to the rumors. Call the Speedway, 786-1525, and ask them directly. Don't bring it up on social media.
Yeah,
don't bring it up on Facebook. Yes, we are racing Oktoberfest.
I had a very good friend call me this week and said he heard a rumor it was canceled. I said, oh, absolutely not.
There's no changes to the divisions. There's no changes to the camping. It's going to be Oktoberfest spectacular as it normally is.
And like we mentioned earlier tonight, the only change is going to be double features for the La Crosse late models on Thursday night and double features on Sunday afternoon, Championship Sunday. So first time ever crowning a La Crosse late model champion on Championship Sunday.
Again, the divisions are going to be released this Wednesday, and I will be sharing that both on my Facebook and the radio page. Well, Mother Nature wants to be stubborn, but maybe she's helping us out by saying, you know, you didn't sell enough dollar hamburgers. I'm going to assist you for another 5 minutes.
Well, then the concession stand thanks you, Mother Nature. Gotta love the diehards out here in the stands.
Gotta love the concession workers, too. They never get enough credit. These are usually all high schoolers, and they don't get enough credit for what they do in the concession stands. That is not like the coolest area of the racetrack to be. Some of these concession stands are awfully warm, so we greatly appreciate the concession workers that work out here every single season.
Yeah, especially when you talk about being warm, you talk about that hamburger flipper guy down there, the guy with the brats.
All right, race fans, so for the driver's safety, we're going to pull them back off for the time being. We're going to let Mother Nature get the tiers out of the way, and then we're going to bring the safety vehicles back out and get this track drawing continuing. We are not canceling as of right now. We're just going to pull the race cars off the track. When it's done raining, we are going to bring them back out, and track drawing will continue. Oh, look, you get another chance of getting to the concession stand for Buck Night.
Or another shot at that 50-50.
Or J&O Collectibles. Get a free ticket. We're giving away prizes.
Or drink all the beer before Diker gets to it.
PBR Tall Boy does sound good right about now.
I could handle a Busch Latte right now. Dan, what are some of the things we got coming up in the schedule here in the next few weeks?
Well, like I said, they just released the rules for that 200-lap Enduro 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder coming up here. And I think that's 3 weeks from now. Check out La Crosse Speedway on Facebook. The rules are out there. And last year we had between 80 and 90 entries. Of course, you see the car that's flipped over in the infield, Eva Destruction. Probably one of the second to third biggest nights here at the Speedway, minus Oktoberfest. That is the Eva Destruction. Trailer Race of Destruction, monster trucks. We destroy everything in sight. And the lady was just pointing. That's why that car's upside down over there. September 12th, Eva Destruction. And that always equals a jam-packed grandstand.
You know, since we got some time here, and we're obviously going to be a little bit before we finally get race cars on.
You're not going to sing.
No, I'm not going to sing.
Okay, good.
But we're not done yet. It'd be really cool, Dan. I mean, a lot of people here are hooked up to Facebook with their phones. You know, take your best rain delay picture, put that bad boy up on Facebook, and tag the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's see what you got coming out here tonight, folks, because obviously as you look to the west, this stuff is
you
not
want to
gonna
take a
last
picture?
long.
Look at the size of that rainbow over turn number 1. Wow. So there's a starter right there.
Dan,
Take a rain
Dan.
delay picture of yourself with that rainbow in the background.
That's a double rainbow, dude.
Put that on our La Crosse Speedway Facebook page.
That is cool.
I can only see the one from here.
Yeah, it's a double rainbow. We see it.
Man, is that? Oh, there's the other part.
Here, somebody turn the lights off in here so Dan
Look
can
at that
see
up there and turn
double
one.
rainbow.
Now, that is the best selfie you can take. Turn around, get a selfie of you and the rainbow, post it on the Lacrosse Speedway Facebook page. I'm going to pick a couple of those pictures out here at the end of the night. It's the Lacrosse Speedway rainbow selfie in turn one. Tell you what, folks, here's what I'm going to do because I love you race fans. If you post a rainbow selfie on the Lacrosse Speedway Facebook page, I'm going to pick the best group photo out. And before the night's done, you're going to win a full-scale, 1/24th scale Dale Earnhardt Jr. 1998 Coca-Cola Polar Bear Monte Carlo car. One of 18,000 die-cast replicas, one of 2,000 bank sets. Certificate of authenticity is enclosed.
Mint in box.
So get your group together, get a selfie, aim towards turn one, or matter of fact, turn 3 and 4, because that's a nice looking sunset.
Wait a minute. Somebody was taking his picture. That's not a selfie.
Post it on our Lacrosse Speedway Facebook page, and I want to go through by the end of the night. Someone's going to win this awfully rare 1998 Monte Carlo of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Only 18,000 of them made.
Only 2,500 die-cast bank sets.
Yeah, so it's definitely a rarity. So it's something you want if you're a collector, and it's something you want for your Dale Earnhardt or Dale Earnhardt Jr. collection. Get all over that bad boy. Get that selfie up there, and let's see what you got.
And you can do this in the pits, too, if you need something to do.
to come together, cheer each other on, love our neighbor well, and collaborate.
From We the Kingdom, their studio album, Holy Water, including their single, God So Loved.
How does that go? Pink in the morning, sailor's warning. Pink at night, sailor's delight.
Hey, I have a birthday here, Dan. Happy 32nd birthday to Kerry Rondell. He served 2 years in the military, so thank you very much for your service and happy birthday.
All right, safety trucks being crawled back on the Lacrosse Speedway. Track drying will get back underway again. All right, I'm going to do this as well. Since people are tagging me with their rainbow pictures, I will include those with the Lacrosse Speedway pictures. I've been tagged about 20 times so far, so I'm just going to keep looking at my phone as well and the Lacrosse Speedway phone. And I'm going to pick a winner here that's going to get this rare Coca-Cola Dale Earnhardt Jr. diecast. Throw them up on the Lacrosse Speedway Facebook page. There's some beauties. Now, there's some great pictures. So go ahead. If you want to tag me as well, go ahead. Since I think 99% of everybody here has me on Facebook in one way, shape, or form. And I'm going to find a winner before we get started again.
Dan, I've just been in a discussion with track manager Chuck Deary.
You make it sound so official. Just tell the fans you were talking to the promoter.
I was talking to Chuck.
There you go.
Chuck says we are out of the rain pattern now. They estimate it's going to take somewhere around 20 to 30 minutes with the aid of the wind to get the track